is, are you actually making money at this?
We actually are.
I mean, it's nice to think we could quit our job and do a job with our family, but can you actually make money at this?
You can. You can.
We were on our way to our stop in Kansas City. Gonna see if we could find something along the road. I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad instead we got an Instagram from one of you guys saying they farm Salatin style. I'm thinking, maybe this is Joel Salatin's poster child, just maybe. Tell everybody your name and where you're from.
David Keston with David's Pasture in Concordia, Missouri.
First up, the pastured poultry operation. And I say poultry because there are turkeys and chickens out here. All right, tell us about the turkey operation, what you got going on here.
Well, we're Salatin style. We raise the turkeys in the brooder for 2 weeks, and then they'll come out here between 2 and 3 weeks. And they'll stay in the tractors till they're 8 weeks old and then go into electric netting. We'll raise them out to 16 weeks for our Thanksgiving and Christmas turkeys.
What makes this Salatin style? What's the Salatin stamp of approval?
Well, just following what he's pioneered. We don't reinvent the wheel here. His system works, so we use it. We like to farm. We're not here to re-engineer a new system.
It's something he's been doing for 40 years. Mm-hmm. When I interviewed him a couple summers ago for permaculture chickens, he's profiting $6 per broiler. Why not? And you don't. This is not crazy infrastructure.
No.
And if you're like you're leasing this land,
right?
If you move, you can take these with you.
Right. Yeah, we've adopted from different lands.
You have?
Here and
Where
there.
Where you come from?
And we did this in Odessa, then our land, another land, and now here.
Yep. Who do we have here with us, David? All these people all of a sudden showed up on the block.
They're all around. Two of these are my oldest sons, Remington and Reeves. And this is John's family, and John and Amber.
And John's the one you have the partnership with to run these birds on this land, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
This is our last batch of broilers for this time of the year. It's getting hot. We stopped for 2 months raising the broilers, so they're not out here just in the heat, in the dead heat of Missouri. It gets very hot here, very dry. The wind stops, so we stop. So these are getting ready to go in this Thursday. There's about 500 chickens in these 6 tractors. And they're out here again. They're 8 weeks old, just about 8 weeks old, in the brooder for 2 weeks, and then out here for 6 weeks. And this is the last hurrah before we get a little break, and so do they.
This grass is pretty beat up right now. You're moving them every day. This is the last spot they were in. You moving them every day? What's this going to come back to look like?
It's going to be lush, very green grass. We're feeding the soil, and the grass will come back in 7 days. It's going to be standing up straight and full of vigor and just like a carpet.
I imagine this was probably a grain farm.
Not too long ago. Yep, not too long ago. They did grain and then hay, and so as the soil was depleted of nutrients, lots of bare ground, we could stick our hands in the cracks.
Ah. And how long have you been doing this over here?
This is our 3rd season.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see a big difference in 3 years?
Huge difference.
Really? That quick?
Absolutely.
John's shaking his head.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's on Google Maps. You can even see an aerial footage of the first couple years where the tractors have been. There's these dark green squares, and on the rest of the land where we hadn't gotten tractors yet was light and looked like sick, I guess you would say.
So John, this is your land, and you weren't doing anything with it?
No, well, we actually bought it, and as soon as we bought the land, we knew we wanted to build a house and live out in the country. And David and I were friends then, and I think the second time I looked at this land, David was walking it, looking at it with, I know, a vision in mind of what it could look like. So we knew we wanted to participate in it. I didn't necessarily want to be a full-time farmer, but I was passionate about the vision that he had. And passionate about his love for quality food and taking care of the land, and we wanted to be a part of it. So
what do you get out of the deal?
He takes care of my cows, actually. So the cows and lambs, this is our lease agreement, and this is what community's all about.
Yeah.
We don't monetarily exchange money
Cool.
for all this. They take care of our cows and our lambs. They move them for us daily, and in return, we let them use the land. So it's a great partnership.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4 cows?
Yeah, well, we're actually, we got 3 cows there and 1 bull that we're actually renting from a guy.
Okay.
And then over there we have we're trying to breed these, obviously, reproduce them. And then over here with our lambs on the other side, we have some cows that we're raising for beef.
You move these guys every day, even in the breeding pen?
We do.
Okay.
All our cows get moved.
You have a lane here up to the trough. There's a water trough up there. And it broadens as we get down here deeper.
Right.
And so today, where are they gonna go?
Well, this front line will be moved about 15 feet. And the back line will go where that front line is. We're kind of just going around a corner right now. So that's why the lane is set up. But mostly they're completely off of yesterday's paddock.
Did they get too much in this paddock or too little?
No, right now we're trying to get them through quickly, get them through all this, eat what they want. We're getting into the heat, so we're trying to capture the grass, the clover, all that we can, run them through a little bit faster right now because we have growth still going. Because we want to get on there and do some trampling of grass into the soil right now.
What's gonna happen to these weeds that they left?
They left. Well, the turkeys are going to come back and destroy all this stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, because they're gonna be in.
So
the turkeys are gonna be in the pen.
And in the they'll come back with electric netting, and they'll take care of anything that's left.
So how often did you move the turkeys?
Turkeys are moved every 2 days.
Okay, okay. And they'll take this down?
They will.
Really?
Yeah.
They're gonna eat it or just?
They'll eat some of it and then they'll trample the rest of it. Well, the same thing with the lambs. The lambs are gonna eat something different than the cows do. So that's why over there, the cows and lambs are in the same paddock, and also dead parasite host to each other.
For those that don't have turkeys to follow up their cows, is that gonna be the end of the world that weed goes up and seeds?
No, it's okay. We're gonna continue to mob graze when we get all the cows together, and tighten up the paddocks a little bit more.
Okay.
And get them to stomp all of this in. But right now, we're just kind of running through the farm quickly while we have the bull, trying to get the clover that's going to go away pretty soon with the heat. We don't want to lose all the clover, and so we need to get through the farm. So we're kind of opening up, let them be a little bit more picky, spread the manure out, and then go on.
What's going on here? You the guard donkeys?
Yep.
It's supposed to be.
Uh-oh, so supposed to be.
No, they do a great
hole
job.
In the plot?
They do a great job on coyotes and snakes. They don't.
Snakes too, huh?
Yeah.
So David, what were you doing before you were doing this?
I came from the restaurant industry, Outback Steakhouse and Chick-Fil-A.
What did you do exactly there?
With Chick-Fil-A, I was a franchisee.
How does a guy in the elite position of a Chick-fil-A franchisee, I think you got 1 in 1,000 chance of being a franchisee I think you got 1 in 1,000 chance of being a franchisee. That elite position, how do you go from there to this?
Well, there's many things happen in my life, but mostly I wanted something that was completely involved my family. And Chick-fil-A is a great family organization, but I wanted to be a home. I wanted to be a business that is involved completely my family, and also food. The food, educating yourself on food. There was a better way. The fast food or food in the restaurants is a broken system, and we wanted to be on the top side of selling healthy food and changing families.
Has this gotten your family together?
Absolutely. I'm home full time every morning, waking up with my sons and coming out here in the field, working with them. Everybody in our family has a part of the business, from the 3-year-old going to collect eggs around the house, to my wife, and with marketing and every aspect of it.
What are you doing with the Eggmobile here?
Well, Eggmobile follows the cows.
Okay.
So they're about 3 to 4 days behind the cows.
Perfect. Just like Joel Sellison.
Yep. Yeah. And
the cows mow it down for the chickens. They don't like tall grass.
No.
And what's the chickens' role though?
Chickens' role is come in and spread out the manure. They scratch through, eat the bug larvae, just again cleanse the pasture.
David, let's hunt some manure right now.
All right, let's go find.
Let's see. Maybe they've done such a good job. We can't even find a manure spat. Oh, is that one?
A little bit. Here's one that they've scratched through.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, that was a pie. And they've done spread that out.
They've spread that out
larva.
there.
Oh my gosh. Look, is that not a no-brainer?
Yes.
Instead of just one patch of fertilized grass, it's going to be a broader patch, and they've eat the flies. You didn't have many flies on them cows down there.
No, and we don't do any, other than this, we don't do any fly control. We do apple cider vinegar in the water. It helps from internal fly control, but the chickens do their job, and we feed them a little bit of grain, and they give us eggs.
They've laid an egg for you in your calcium bit.
Oh, they do.
With all these nice laying egg boxes, you're all gonna drop one in the calcium bit. Yeah, wood slab floor, nothing fancy, inch apart. Yep. Look at all the eggs, Lily. How much do you think this cost to build?
Oh gosh, an old trailer. I think $300 I bought a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
And then old tin that came off of a barn, and all we have is some lumber in it.
And how many hens you got? How many eggs you gonna collect today?
I don't collect the eggs. I have no idea.
Okay, is that you, John?
No, the boys. We collect them in the morning. The boys collect them in the morning.
Hundreds?
No, probably about 80 eggs.
80 eggs. Yes.
And there's a rooster.
He confirmed it.
Yes.
He said, yes, that's true. That was rooster talk. Yes, it's true. 80 eggs. David, I think what everybody wants to know is, are you actually making money at this?
We actually are.
I mean, it's nice to think we could quit our job and do a job with our family, but can you actually make money at this?
You can. You know, your life is simple. Definitely a change in pace. It's hard work. It's not for the weak of heart, for sure, but there is money to be made.
And did you know anything about farming coming into this? I mean, you were working at Outback and Chick-Fil-A.
Yeah, no, I did not. Was not raised on a farm. We had some laying hens in the backyard and a goat, but no, we knew nothing about it. We just decided that we were going to do this as a family, and we dove in head first.
What would you say to somebody that wants to quit their day job and come home, be with the family, work together as a family, start their own farm enterprise?
Do it. There's nothing, no greater value than working with your family. Blessing to your children and your wife, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
How do you learn how to do it?
Go read a book, go visit a farm.
Which book? Which book do you like?
Greg Judy with the cows and Joel Salatin with everything else. Figure out what is best for us. You just got to do it. You do it some, and then go visit some farms some more, find out what you've learned. We continue to go back to Polyface and other farms to see what they're doing, what they've changed, so we can do a better job of our animal husbandry.
Did you quit your job outright, or did you start farming part-time?
I started farming while I was working, getting it started, but when I did quit my job, the farm was not operating in the pause. It was very small. It was 4 years ago. There was no way we were going to make it, but we had to do it.
What do you mean there was no way you were going to make it?
Well, if you look at the profit and loss statement, it wasn't gonna float. I had a calling from the Lord to do this with my family. Just had to go for it.
Okay, and it all panned out. 4 years later, here we are.
Absolutely, we live by faith and have to continue on.
Over here, we got cows that are not getting breeded. They're on a whole nother system. You're moving them every day too?
These are moved every day.
Wait a minute, you got sheep in here.
Yes.
Why in the world you got sheep in here with these cows?
Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one is it's a dead-end parasite host. A parasite that's going to affect the lambs is not going to affect the cows, and vice versa. As well as they eat different species of grass, so we're actually being able to utilize the grass that's here better with multi-species.
The advantage of dead-end parasite host, if I understand right, the sheep can give the cow the parasite, but that parasite then dies.
Right.
With the cow.
Yes.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
What kind of cow is this?
Some South Pole, and we also have a Devon.
Okay.
Yeah.
A milking Devon or a beef Devon?
A beef Devon.
Okay. And what kind of sheep is this?
It's Katahdin. Now,
how in the world do you move? You can't just keep sheep in with one strand of electric. So how in the world do you move your sheep every day?
Yeah, we found a 4-wire run one reel with 4 wires on it from Gallagher. It's not as easy, but it's built-in post. We can make it square. We don't even have to have perimeter fencing to get this on.
What do you call that fence?
Smart fence.
By Gallagher.
Yeah, by Gallagher.
They don't really talk to one another.
No.
They don't really hang out, do they?
No, they don't.
Do they ever pick on each other?
Cows kind of will say, hey, that's my grass, and push one away.
They got their little groups. They got their little clique.
Yes, they do.
Bad as a bunch of teenagers.
They are. They're worse.
David's hooking us up with some t-shirts.
I know.
Thank you, David. These are for the Chidlers.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Thank you so much for the tour. You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Your boys involved. And you guys, hey, do you guys want to take over the farm one day?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, way to go, Dad. Good job. Family farm, the boys like it. How do you get the kids interested? How do you get them to want to stay and get involved in the farm?
I think they see my passion for it. They see it's hard work. Man, it's hard work every morning at 5 o'clock. But they see the hard work. They see the return going out to the farmer's market. They get involved in seeing people. Our children are homeschooled, but they will talk to anybody. I have no problem going out there and describing our food, what we do, why we do it, because we want to bring that healthy food to people. And they're excited, and I think, as you can see, they're ready to continue this on when I'm a little tired.
Do they get a cut of the money?
Yes, they do. They get fed and they get the house.
There it goes. Look, now he's starting to smile real big. I think we really figured it out.
Yeah, he's smiling too. He's all like, yeah.
They're getting the cut, huh? Look, who's smiling bigger? Who gets paid more? Oh, he's smiling a little bit bigger, I think.
Yeah.
So if people want more of you, where do they go?
We are at Brookside Farmers Market, Independence Farmers Market, Warrensburg Farmers Market. Here at our farm, we have a store. Eat David's Pasture is our ordering website. davidspasture.com is our information website.
Where are those farmers markets?
Brookside is South Kansas City.
Oh,
Yep. Independence is East Kansas City.
okay.